Snow fell thick and heavy. In the middle of the blizzard, a faint howl echoed deep, cold, and close. A blind dog stood trembling, his leash dragging through the snow. From the darkness, a pack of wolves appeared, eyes glowing yellow under the storm. They closed in, but didn't attack. The lead wolf stepped forward, gently bit the leash, and began to pull. No one could have imagined that where they were taking him would lead to a truth that left rescuers speechless. Stay until the end, because what happened inside that cave will make you believe kindness never dies. Cooper was a 10-year-old golden retriever, blind since birth. He lived most of his life with Martha Gray, a retired violinist who loved rescuing stray animals in the mountains of Wyoming. When Martha passed away in her sleep, Cooper was taken to a rescue shelter. He rarely barked, just sat by the fence, nose lifted as if trying to smell the woman he loved. Around his neck, he still wore the same old collar with her name engraved, property of Martha Gray. What no one knew was that the scent of Martha still lingered there. During a transfer between shelters, the rescue van hit ice and overturned down a mountain slope. Cages burst open, and Cooper, terrified and confused, ran straight into the forest. He wandered aimlessly through knee-deep snow, guided only by scent and instinct. Every step cut his paws. Every gust of wind stole more of his strength. When night fell, he lay down beneath a fallen pine, shivering, listening to his heartbeat fade. Then came the sound, soft at first, then closer. The scent of blood and fur filled the air. Cooper's ears perked. Wolves, hungry ones. He froze. Their paws crunched closer through the snow until one wolf's breath brushed against his muzzle. Cooper let out a weak growl, but instead of teeth, he felt a nose gently nudge his collar, sniffing. The wolf paused, then turned to the others and gave a short, low growl. Not an attack, a signal. And then, to Cooper's confusion, it bit down on his leash and began to pull him forward. The blind dog stumbled through the snow as the pack surrounded him. Two wolves walked behind, two at his sides, one in front holding his leash in its mouth. Every time he tripped, the leader stopped, tugged gently, and waited. They moved like a silent army through wind, ice, and darkness. Cooper couldn't see where they were going, but he could feel it. They weren't leading him to death. They were leading him home. Hours later, Cooper smelled something strange: smoke, metal, and human scent. They stopped before a rocky cave. Inside were three wildlife rescuers, trapped by the storm, warming themselves by a small fire. When they turned, their eyes went wide. A dog surrounded by wolves. One man whispered, "Are we seeing this right?" The wolves didn't attack. They stood around Cooper, calm but alert, as if presenting him. Then, slowly, the lead wolf released the leash and stepped back. The rescuers examined the collar and froze. Martha Gray. They remembered the name, a woman who years ago had once saved a wounded wolf pup in these same mountains. It was even written in the old rescue records. And now, years later, the pack had returned. That pup, now the leader, had followed the same scent it once remembered. The scent of the woman who showed it mercy. And Cooper carried that scent still. Just as they were about to leave the cave, the mountain trembled. An avalanche roared down the slope, collapsing the entrance. The rescuers shouted, snow and dust filling the air. The wolves moved instantly, surrounding Cooper and the humans, pressing close to shield them. Cooper lay still, hearing the wolves' heavy breathing, feeling their warmth. The world rumbled, then fell silent. When the rescue team arrived at dawn, they found the cave half buried. Inside, the three rescuers were alive, shaken, but unharmed. Cooper lay in the center, covered in frost but safe. The wolves were gone. Only paw prints remained at the entrance, circling like a silent guard line. And on a rock, nearby, a patch of gray fur, carried by the wind, Cooper was brought back to the wildlife center, weak but alive. But every night, when the snow falls, he still lifts his head toward the mountains and listens. Sometimes, faintly, a single howl answers back, and he wags his tail, because even in the wild, kindness remembers. And sometimes, the ones we save come back to save us. What about you? Do you believe animals can remember love and gratitude? If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to SoulPaw Stories V for more emotional tales. See you in the next video.